Shalom. I want to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Kol Halo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. All right, Russiagate. It's false, it's fake, it's phony. Democrats, Russiagate lawsuit, a desperate move to earn votes in 2018 elections. All right, the DNC filed a civil lawsuit seeking millions of dollars from WikiLeaks, the Trump campaign, and the Russian government for engaging in conspiracy. One legal expert told Radio Sputnik's loud and clear the Democrats' suit is a desperate move without serious substance to try to regain some of their advantage for the 2018 elections. And that's all it is. Really, all WikiLeaks showed was how terrible a candidate Hillary Clinton was, that she cheated Bernie Sanders out of the Democratic nomination. All right. Filed in Manhattan District Court, the complaint alleges that Russia mounted a brazen attack on American democracy by hacking computer networks at the DNC, disseminating the information found there, and using the information for destabilizing the U.S. political environment, denigrating the Democratic presidential nominee and supporting the campaign of Donald Trump, whose policies would benefit the Kremlin. And that's BS, all right, because it's not Donald Trump's fault she didn't go to Wisconsin. It's not his fault that, all her policies were bad. It's not his fault that she was a poor candidate. It's not his fault that she spent $1 billion for her campaign and still lost. All right. There's been no evidence of collusion that the FBI has found, even after these many, many months of investigation. It was 2 years investigation, which, by the way, they had Trump Towers, all his people, all of them, they had everything wiretapped. All right. And for 2 years, they still can't find anything. I looked on CNN.com. They were talking about Comey, the way they word things. It says, it's highly unlikely that he colluded with the Russians. All right. It's highly unlikely, but it's possible. All right. That makes no sense. It doesn't mean anything. All right. I'm able to see these things now. All right. It's highly unlikely, but possible. That makes no sense. You're not saying spit, man. All right. There's been no evidence of collusion. There isn't. There was no collusion. All right. Even after these many, many months of investigation, so I see nothing here of substance in these allegations. Professor Dan Kovalik of the University of Pittsburgh School of Law. All right. I find it interesting and may be telling that this lawsuit was filed very shortly after new polls have come out showing that the fact that the Democrats are, at least at the moment, poised to do not as well in the 2018 congressional elections as they had hoped. All right, the lawsuit was filed the day after Bloomberg reported that Deputy Attorney General the official who gave the orders for special counsel Robert Mueller to investigate Trump's ties to Russia, told Trump last week that the president is not part of Mueller's investigator or the probe into Trump, longtime attorney Michael Cohen. All right, see, now, I'll tell you right now, the media is so full of shit. I can tell you this right now. They say, oh, Robert Mueller, he's the best. He's this great guy. He stands for justice. All right. He's the same guy during Iraq. He looked right at Congress or the Senate and said, Iraq has weapons of mass destruction. All right. He's full of shit. He's a former FBI director. All right. There it is. Robert Mueller's full of shit. All right. So anyways, there was no collusion. All right, it's just they're going to keep harping on that on the news because there's so many other things going on they don't want to talk about. All right. DNC lawsuit against Russia and Trump promised tantalizing, fascinating blowback. All right, the Democratic National Committee's lawsuit against Russia, WikiLeaks, and the Trump campaign is spurious and might spectacularly backfire, provided it doesn't get thrown out of court, legal and media analyst Lionel has told RT. If a judge does not dismiss this, I will be shocked, Lionel said, pointing out that the 56-page complaint doesn't actually name President Donald Trump and offers no evidence of guilt. Only a series of narratives, a story about here, a name here, Jared Kushner, Roger Stone, collusion. It's a last gasp of validating how Hillary Clinton lost a rigged election. And you know what? They're not talking about the Clinton Foundation. They're not talking about, how she gave, information. They're not talking about Benghazi. All right. It's all fake. Media is fake and corrupt, and they're paid off. They make $30,000 a day, and they're all in bed with the permanent state, which is a military-industrial complex. They're all false. Weapons of mass destruction, Iraq. All right. All right, this is spurious. This is a waste of time, and it shows how desperate and how pathetic the DNC are. They need grief counseling. They need professional help, not a lawyer. If a judge doesn't dismiss the suit outright, the discovery process would allow the defendants to depose the plaintiffs and expose the inner workings at the DNC and to identify specifically what Russia is actually being accused of in terms of the 2016 U.S. presidential election. All right, Russia didn't do anything. All right, we constantly interfere in Russian elections. Russia ain't doing nothing to us. All right, so now I just want to point out, Assange has physical proof Russia didn't hack DNC. Now, this is long. I'm not going to read all of it, so I'm just going to get to the point. You know, the meat and potatoes of the article. An investigation into alleged hack by veteran intelligence professionals for sanity last year showed that the transfer rate simply did not support the claim that the servers were accessed from overseas. VIPs argued that the data was leaked, not hacked by a person with physical access to DNC computers. All right, so someone leaked information. Nobody hacked the DNC computers, all right? And that's the short end of it. All right, basically what they're saying is Hillary Clinton and DNC, they're pissed off because they raised $1 billion to get their, military industrial complex sellout puppet, Hillary Clinton, to, win. And somehow Trump pulled it off. And again, you're never going to see another election like that again. Honestly, I just got to say, I was freaking homeless, grassroots, and nothing but a radio, and can't do that again. Trump should brag a little, I guess. But yeah, so the Robert Mueller, he's a sellout. He's a liar. Okay, again, he said, "Oh, Iraq has weapons of mass destruction." He's full of it. He's a puppet, just like all of them. All right. So either way, there's never any Russia collusion. They just want to say Russia, 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 because they're trying to hypnotize you. That's part of their sorcery. All right, so now Isaiah 3:11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him. All right, United States of America. All right, Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. All right, now, no matter what, the deep state or the permanent state owns Donald Trump, unfortunately. So he's going to pass unrighteous decrees just like Hillary Clinton was. All right, I just found out that Hillary Clinton had the same policies as Jeb Bush. It's the same thing. To turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob their fatherless. All right, and what will ye do in the day of visitation and the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? Where will ye leave your glory? All right, now the Heavenly Father, he judges people as a nation. All right, so woe always means destruction. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that write grievousness which they have prescribed, which is why every other nation is going to destroy United States of America. Again, we're in World War III with Russia right now. All right, and finally, Revelation 18:2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, has become the habitation of devils and the holy hold of every foul spirit and the cage of every unclean, hateful bird. Babylon is America, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. The wine of the wrath of her fornication, just like we did Iraq, just like we did in Libya, just like we did when we ousted Gaddafi, just like we did in Iran. They ousted that guy, and then they became a theocracy. All right, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. All right, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double. All right, now, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall the great city Babylon, America, be thrown down and shall be found no more. And the voice of the harpers, the musicians, of the pipers, and the trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee. No craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall he be found any more in thee. The sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. And the light of all candles shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by the sorceries were all nations deceived. All right, the American propaganda machine is the most wicked thing there is. All right, and again, every nation is speaking out against it Russia's at the forefront, all right? And we're in World War III with Russia right now at this moment. America's going to be destroyed via nuclear weapons, ICBM missiles. So with that, I'm going to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Call Hello Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. And I want to say double honors, apostle, elders, great millstone, who are the holy apostles and prophets mentioned in the book of Revelation. Bless the Akim that are pushing word in true sincerity. To all you men in great millstone, I say Barakatam, Bahasham Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Waha, Racha, Kodash, and Shalom.